All right, so this deep dive is going to be all about Olivia Hussey. You know, she just passed away at 73.
Yeah, really sad.
It is, and I think a lot of people remember her, of course, as Juliet.
Right.
But there was so much more to her.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So we've got some excerpts from this tribute article
Right.
that really get into like her whole life, not just that one role.
It's really interesting, too, to see how her early life kind of set the stage for everything.
Yeah, so like right off the bat, she was born Olivia Osuna
Okay.
in Buenos Aires.
Wow.
Her mom was British. Her dad was Argentinian.
Interesting mix.
Right. And like her dad was an opera singer
Oh, wow.
and her mom was a secretary.
So she had the arts kind of in her blood.
Yeah, you would think so, right. But then when she was just 2, her parents split up
Oh.
and she moved with her mom to London.
Wow, what a change. Can you imagine, like, being 2 years old and your whole world is just uprooted like that?
I mean, yeah, it's got to be a huge adjustment, right? And I wonder if that's part of why she was so shy as a kid.
Could be. I mean, uprooting your life like that could be really unsettling. But you know what's interesting? She found her voice through drama.
Oh, so true.
Yeah, maybe it was a way to, like, cope.
Right, yeah.
You know, express herself when everything felt different.
It's almost like she had to discover a new language.
Yeah.
Through acting.
Exactly.
And then, of course, well, she becomes Juliet in Zeffirelli's Romeo and Juliet.
Right.
She was only 15.
And that was like a huge deal. I mean, using actual teenagers as the leads, that was groundbreaking at the time.
Totally.
It really changed how we see Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, I feel like before that, they were always played by, like, much older actors.
Oh, yeah, totally.
It's so interesting how that, like, changed everything.
It really did.
And then the film is just a huge hit. She's a global star at 15. I can't even imagine.
Talk about pressure, right?
Yeah.
Like, can you picture being 15 and dealing with that level of fame?
No, not at all.
And the article even talks about how she really struggled with it.
Yeah.
You know, like that pressure and just the constant attention. It's a lot for anyone to handle, let alone a teenager.
And yet she just kept working,
She did.
taking on all these different roles. I mean, just a few years later, she's starring with Burt Reynolds.
Oh, in The Man Who Loved Cat Dancing.
Yeah. What a change. Right. From Juliet to that.
I think she wanted to prove that she was more than just Juliet.
That she could do anything.
Yeah, show her versatility.
Yeah.
And then she's back with Zeffirelli again
No way.
for Jesus of Nazareth, playing Mary.
Oh, wow. Talk about a complete 180.
Right.
From this tragic love story to like a religious icon.
It's amazing. She really was committed to her craft, wasn't she?
She wasn't afraid to take risks.
Exactly.
Push herself as an actress.
Yeah. And speaking of challenges, her personal life had some ups and downs, too.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like, did you know her first husband was Dean Paul Martin?
No way, Dean Martin's son. Wow, that's got to be like marrying into Hollywood royalty.
Right.
And at such a young age.
Couldn't have been easy.
Yeah.
And it didn't last, unfortunately.
Sure.
But then she married Akira Fuse.
Okay.
He's a Japanese musician.
Wow. So interesting.
They had a son, Maximilian.
Okay.
And this relationship, to me, it's fascinating.
Yeah, why is that?
Well, you got to think about the time, right?
Yeah.
Early 70s. Interracial relationships, not as common.
Oh, good point.
It says something, you know,
Like what?
that she was open to different cultures.
Right.
Willing to, like, step outside her comfort zone.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It does seem like she was looking for something, I don't know.
Deeper.
Yeah.
More meaningful.
than just the Hollywood stuff.
Right. And then her third marriage with David Glenn Isley.
Yeah.
They were together for over 30 years.
That's amazing.
It's great that she found that kind of love.
You know, stability.
Yeah.
After all that craziness when she was younger.
Absolutely. It's around this time that her career shifts a little too.
Yeah.
80s and 90s. More TV, independent films.
Yeah. Okay.
But then she plays Mother Teresa
Mm-hmm.
in a movie, 2003. I think that was big.
What do you mean?
Think about it. Mother Teresa, such a compassionate, spiritual person.
Yeah.
To play that role
Yeah.
takes a lot of maturity as an actor. Depth.
It's like those roles chose her, you know?
Yeah.
Not just the other way around.
Interesting.
Like she wanted those challenges, not just as an actress, but as a person too.
Makes sense. And she wasn't just doing on-screen stuff either.
Really?
She got into voice acting.
Oh, cool.
Animated movies, video games.
Oh, wow.
That's a whole other skill set.
Totally.
It's all about your voice, conveying emotion just through that.
I wonder if it like made her even better as an actress overall.
Maybe, yeah.
Like constantly learning, pushing herself.
Definitely. And outside of acting, she became a big advocate for mental health.
Really?
Yeah, she struggled with anxiety and depression herself.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So she used her platform to talk about it openly.
That's huge, especially back then.
It was, yeah.
To have someone like her talking about something so personal.
It helped to destigmatize it, encourage people to get help.
And it wasn't just advocacy work.
No.
The article mentions her spirituality, too.
Right. She was into meditation, holistic stuff.
Well, she found her own way to peace.
Exactly. But, you know,
Yeah.
her journey ended on December 27th.
It's so sad.
73 years old.
What a loss.
For film, but also for everyone she touched with her life.
And there were so many tributes
Oh, yeah?
from fans, other actors,
Everyone remembered her kindness, her generosity.
and her strength.
Yeah.
Like, she went through so much.
But she always came out stronger.
More than just an actress.
Absolutely. A loving mother.
A true advocate.
A woman who lived life with grace.
You know, it makes me think about her, Juliet, still so powerful.
Even after all these years. Why do you think that is?
That's a good question. What makes a performance timeless?
Is it just talent?
Maybe it's about understanding people, you know?
Connecting with something universal?
Yeah, like that performance. It just hits you on such a deep level.
It really does.
Yeah.
And that's what makes art so interesting, right? Like there's that mystery to it.
It makes you think, like, what is it about certain actors that just make a role their own?
It's like they become that person.
Exactly. And with Olivia Hussey, she's left this whole legacy of work that just, you know, it's still so powerful.
It really is. I mean, she was more than just Juliet, right?
So much more.
Yeah. It's like she reminds us that even these huge stars, they have their own story,
Their own struggle.
their own triumphs.
And it all kind of feeds into their art, I guess.
Right. So it makes those performances so real, so relatable.
I have to say, this deep dive has really changed how I see her.
Me too.
She was just, I don't know, an incredible woman.
She really was. Always looking to grow, too.
Right.
From those early days in London all the way to becoming a global star and then, like, using her platform to help others.
Never stopped exploring.
Exactly.
And that's kind of inspiring, isn't it?
Definitely.
It's never too late to learn, to push yourself, to make a difference.
That's the message she leaves behind, I think.
Yeah. Makes you think, what makes a performance truly timeless?
That's the question, isn't it? Is it all talent? Or is there something more?
Maybe it's that ability to connect with people on a different level.
To make them feel something real.
To make them think.
Exactly.
Well, I think that about wraps up our deep dive into the life and legacy of Olivia Hussey.
It's been a journey.
It really has.
And I hope everyone listening learned as much as we did.
Absolutely. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning,
Keep diving deep.
and we'll see you on the next deep dive.